In a digital world overflowing with unpredictable trends and cross-cultural phenomena, few moments manage to capture the attention of two massive online communities at once. Yet, that is exactly what happened when Alexis Quackity Maldonado, one of the most influential streamers in the world, the creative mind behind QSMP and a central figure in global gaming culture, casually mentioned a name that instantly froze the internet for a moment: Jungkook of BTS. The line was simple, spoken almost offhandedly during a relaxed live stream. The sort of environment where jokes, spontaneous comments, and chaotic humor typically fill the air. But this was different. This sentence resonated. "Be grateful to Jungkook, since I have this challenge. It gave me an objective." It sounded almost like a throwaway remark, the type of comment one might deliver with a smile, not expecting the impact it would soon have. But for millions of fans across two massive global fandoms, it became a moment worth replaying, dissecting, and celebrating. It wasn't only that Quackity mentioned Jungkook. It was what the sentence represented. A moment where two completely different digital worlds, the hyper-creative streaming sphere and the powerhouse pop universe of BTS, collided in a way that felt strangely natural. It was a reminder of how influence travels today: porous, fluid, unpredictable, and often beyond the control or awareness of the creators themselves. Be why the time clips spread across X, TikTok, Discord servers, and community forums, something unusual had happened. Fans of Quackity and fans of Jungkook were suddenly speaking to each other, analyzing the same clip, laughing together, sharing theories, and marveling at the sheer randomness and beauty of the crossover a modern internet moment had been born. To understand why Quackity's statement rippled so widely across the internet, one must first understand his place in the streaming world. Quackity is not merely a gamer. He's a world builder, a comedian, a community leader, and an architect of one of the most ambitious multilingual server projects ever launched, QSMP, a global multilingual Minecraft SMP involving Spanish-speaking, English-speaking, French, Korean, and Portuguese content creators. With millions of followers and an intensely engaged fanbase, he is one of the few streamers who blends humor, narrative storytelling, and large-scale collaboration into a massive entertainment ecosystem. In an era where gaming personalities often develop their own universes, Quackity stands near the top. His influence isn't limited to gameplay. It extends into culture. When someone of that stature says publicly that Jungkook inspired him, the statement carries weight. It demonstrates the way idols, artists, and creators influence each other across medium, culture, and language. Quackity wasn't announcing a brand deal. He wasn't reading from a script. He wasn't promoting anything. It was simply a genuine acknowledgement, and that is why it resonated. Jungkook's influence has been studied by journalists, analysts, and entertainment researchers for years. He is not merely a singer from BTS. He is a cultural force whose appeal stretches far beyond music charts and award stages. Fans often describe him with terms like motivator, work ethic, icon, consistency, role model, global inspiration, the comfort, creator they look up to. But what makes Jungkook such a powerful creative catalyst? 1. His discipline is legendary. Even before he turned 20, Jungkook was known in the industry for training late into the night, perfecting vocals, dance, and physical fitness. His reputation for unwavering commitment makes him a natural model for creators who struggle with burnout, inconsistent schedules, or pressure point 2. He encourages trying new things, from boxing to live karaoke streams to his "I'm gonna try this" attitude with hobbies. Jungkook shows fans and creators that experimentation isn't something to fear. Point 3. His vulnerability makes him relatable, speaking honestly about fear, self-doubt, perfectionism, and pressure. Jungkook makes the idea of striving for self-improvement feel human, not distant. Point 4. He inspires without trying. This is perhaps the most powerful component. Jungkook doesn't intentionally set out to motivate anyone. One could argue that this very absence of intention makes him more inspiring. Quackity's comment was not surprising to those who understand the Jungkook effect. But hearing it verbalized by a non-K-pop creator, someone from a totally unrelated digital realm, made that influence more visible. Quackity's new streaming challenge became a central point of discussion among fans. Not because the challenge itself was revolutionary, but because of the story behind it. The streamer explained that he had been searching for a sense of direction, a new objective, a renewed spark to drive his content. After years of participating in and creating massive multiplayer projects, the pressure to innovate never stops. This is where Jungkook enters the picture. Quackity had been observing how Jungkook approaches goals, whether it's fitness, practice, or performance, and something clicked. The idea of setting a clear objective, a target that provides structure and meaning, inspired him. He didn't say Jungkook reached out to him. He didn't say it was intentional. He said it was inspirational, and that nuance matters, because creative inspiration rarely happens in direct messages or formal collaborations. It happens quietly, indirectly,
Suddenly,
like a sparked. Quackity's challenge reminded him why he loves creating, and Jungkook, unknowingly, helped ignite that spark. The moment Quackity mentioned Jungkook, ARMY accounts lit up. Clips of the live stream were clipped, subtitled, reposted, reinterpreted, and reshared. The speed at which it spread demonstrated two truths that define the modern digital era. 1. ARMY can find Jungkook mentions anywhere, whether it's a celebrity interview, a streamer moment, an athlete's playlist, or an unexpected cameo. The fandom is always listening. Point 2. Quackity fans are equally online and equally passionate. They appreciate chaos, humor, sincerity, and cross-community connections. This moment, surprisingly, blended the emotional warmth of ARMY with the chaotic cleverness of the QSMP community. Some comments that circulated included, "Jungkook inspiring gamers was not on my bingo card." The crossover we never knew we needed. Quackity joining the Jungkook effect era is iconic. If Jungkook ever sees this clip, he will giggle. Two worlds colliding, and it's beautiful. In a world where fandom wars are common, this unexpected overlap created unity instead of friction, and that unity became part of the story. On the surface, a streamer mentioning a pop idol might seem trivial. But in the age of digital culture, such crossovers are significant for several reasons. Point 1. They show how influence moves across industries. Creators no longer influence only those within their field. A singer can influence a gamer can influence a dancer, a comedian can influence a painter. The lines have blurred. Point 2. They demonstrate the power of casual, authentic moments. Genuine statements resonate far more than rehearsed promotions. Quackity wasn't paid to say Jungkook's name, and that authenticity is why the clip spread. Point 3. They highlight the universality of creativity. Inspiration is not bound by genre or language. Jungkook's Korean music can inspire a Spanish-English streamer to rethink his creative direction. And that's the beauty of global culture. Point 4. They bring fandoms together. When two large communities overlap peacefully, it creates viral potential. It also softens barriers between online spaces that typically remain separate.